Hello again, everyone. It's Bob Martin, the RCSubGuy with the NautilusDryDocks.com. I just got back from SUBFEST 2022, had an absolute blast. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the event or want to see how it turned out, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll have that video released here in the coming weeks after I get the footage back from the videographer we had on site. But I need to do some surgery on a casualty of the event. Let's take a look. All right, what we've got here is an absolutely beautiful 196 scale USS Blueback, originally built by David Merriman, and now finds itself in my little fleet. It's got a 2.5-inch subdriver here that we got working. Dave actually spent a few minutes at the event getting this all tweaked for me because I was running it. Got it all set to go, got it in the water. Within 5 minutes, though, yep, she was speared by Grant and his gargantuan 3D printed Disney Nautilus. Knocked the stern clear off the boat, shattered the bulkhead here. Not impressed. Curse you, Grant. So, what we need to do, get this put back together. I'm hoping that the cosmetic damage is going to be minimal. Obviously, there's going to be some on the bottom, but this paint job is so nice. I'm just hoping and hoping and hoping we just end up with a hairline seam there. Looks like the worst thing that I need to do is reconstruct this bulkhead here so that the reverse thrust bearing can rest up against that. So let's get started. All right, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take off the dog bone adapter here. Here's my reverse thrust bushing that rides inside this. This is a shattered resin bulkhead right there. Looks like another thing that happened. I'm going to go ahead and take this prop out for a second. It's got some weeds and stuff in there. There we go. The upper rudder came disengaged, so let me just get that all aligned, make sure that this is gonna tighten down for me. Yeah, there. I think we're okay. From a linkage perspective, things are a little loose there. I'm gonna tighten up all these things while we've got good access. You know, this is a reason I don't like 96 scale boats. That is super tight in there. Little tiny, look at that, it's the size of my finger. And we got all that stuff going on in there. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Let's take a look here and see how this is gonna go back on again. Yeah, okay, so it's not tragedy. We'll end up with a thin seam in there. I think what I might actually do is glue this on right now, and then we'll move on to refabricating that new bulkhead inside. So I'm going to get some rubber reinforced cyanoacrylate. And this is a Starbond product. I've featured it before. It's got some rubber particles inside. Now, cyanoacrylate, generally speaking, is pretty brittle, and any shock to it can cause it to shatter and break. So they've reinforced this with some rubber particles, and it really allows just a little bit more flexibility in that joint. Go ahead and put that on there. Make sure that it's good and solid, seated. Hit it with a little kicker there, and that'll just kick off the cyanoacrylate. Okay, we have a stern again. Now what we need to do, what we're left with, is this shattered resin bulkhead in here. And what we need to do, get the prop back in here, and you'll see we're gonna have to make a mounting bracket that we can get this bushing put into. All right, here's the solution I came up with. Just a piece of plastic. This is 1/8 Sintra. I love this stuff. Plastic sheet comes in like 4x8 sheets, but you can usually get handy panels online. And this is the original thrust bearing that was in there. I just cleaned it up, so now it's a cylinder. And my thought is I'm just gonna like push this in here like this, and now we've got a thrust bearing that we can glue into the rear section of hull. Here's that piece in there. It's kind of dark there, isn't it? There we go. I haven't glued it in yet. I want to make sure the alignment is perfect, but I can put this dog bone adapter on there, tighten it down, get the spacing correct. I'll get the cylinder in there. We'll make sure that it goes forward and back the correct amount, and tighten it down, glue it down, and hopefully this thing will be ready for the water again. Ta-da! It's in. It's working. At least I hope it's going to be working. I haven't actually tested it in the water, obviously, but that's the completed repair. I think, based on what I'm seeing here, this may actually be even a little bit stronger than the original resin bulkhead. Got the spacing perfect. This is moving really, really smoothly. So I think we've got it. One thing, you know, as a hint here, if you ever need to do a new installation or a repair, got the shaft in place, got everything aligned. I did not glue that little thrust bearing in place until after everything was installed and connected, and that way you ensure perfect alignment with the shaft and eliminate the opportunity for binding to take place and screw up your drivetrain. Well, there we go. Blueback is fit for the water once again. Stern is reconnected where it should be. You know, that's is kind of a lesson. When you're out in a crowded boat environment, you always need to be aware of your situation, where the other boats are, what they're doing, and above all, what their experience level is. The more experienced skippers will know to steer clear of the other boats, leave a wider berth. The more inexperienced ones will be like, hey, I can turn in time. Not so much happening in this case, but hey, all's well that ends well. Blueback is back together again. I'm stoked. She's going to go back into storage. I'm going to put her LiPo on the charger here right away and get it topped up to storage voltage. We're going to move on to other projects. Hope you enjoyed this little interlude, a little story about SUBFEST. If you have any comments or questions, I would love to hear from you. Shoot me an email, bob@nautilusdrydocks.com. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. With that, I'm going to let you go. It's Bob Martin, the RC Sub Guy with the nautilusdrydocks.com. Catch you next time.